Hey guys, and welcome back, and today we're going to be going over 10 different things that I want to see added to Theme Park Tycoon 2. These different things range from things that, I kind of want to see, to things that I really want to see added to the game. So make sure you watch this video to the very end to see what I really want the most. But before we get into any of that, 95% of the people that watch this channel right here aren't actually subscribed. So if you anyone like Theme Park Tycoon 2, you'll 100% not regret subscribing. So make sure you go subscribe down below. And anyway, let's just get straight into it. Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here in Maliboomer today. As you can see, it's very beautiful here in Maliboomer. And today, I thought it would be fun to go over 10 different things I want to see added to Theme Park Tycoon 2 just one more time this year, as we only have a few more days left. So yeah, today I thought it would be pretty fun to go over 10 different things I want inside of Theme Park Tycoon. But now though, we are entering a new era of Theme Park Tycoon 2. This is the 1 billion plus visits era. As we guys know, we just hit the 1 billion mark. Actually, we didn't just yet. We're gonna be hitting it pretty soon. But I think Dennis really cares a lot more about the game. You know, like, I don't know if you guys noticed that, like the claim winter bonus thing. We have never had that. That is so cool. Along with the epic drop tracks update and the wing coaster, two things that have just been suggested so much, finally added to the game. I think it's just gonna make these sort of videos just that much spicier because they're that more likely to happen. Anyway, let's just get started off with my list today. Alright, the very first thing I want added to Theme Park Tycoon 2 is more guests. And not just more guests, but different variations of guests. All of them are adult. They all have the same face, I'm pretty sure. They're all white. Why are there no different skin colors? Like, come on, we should have a variation of different characters, you know? Like, look at Planet Coaster. They have the little kids, they have the adults, they have the families, like they actually walk in groups. I think that would really spice up the game a little more. It's really weird when you see all of these adults getting on board a little kiddie coaster. Like, why are you riding it? It's made for kids. You're not a kid. Like, how does that make any sense at all? I know this might not be possible though, because Roblox does have its limit, but I would be very, very interested to see different types of guests, you know? Now, the next thing I want to be added to Theme Park Tycoon is the Joe Rogan podcast. Why did someone recommend me to the Joe Rogan podcast? Okay, I'm not even gonna. Okay, so the next thing I want though, for real this time, is some new achievement. Those aren't achievements, but I'm gonna claim my daily's bonus because you guys comment that every video. See, I feel like these achievements are very one-dimensional, I guess. Like everything in here, it's just, I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I really, really loved the system that Dennis did over for Water Park World, which introduced a secondary currency, which I personally think is a really good marketing strategy. It made it so different items and stuff would cost the secondary currency, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but what I did like was the research and all that sort of thing where you could actually unlock certain stuff. It's super duper cool. I just feel like an achievement system where you could just look up a guide and finish it in like 20 minutes is pretty one-dimensional and bad. Because look, I achieved all of these 2,000 days ago. Like, I literally can't do anything else in achievements. Like, I haven't done an achievement for this game in years. But like Water Park World, every time you start a new park, you have to unlock different things, which I find is very, very cool. I think something like that would be pretty awesome for Theme Park Tycoon 2. Alright, so the next thing I want to see added to Theme Park Tycoon 2 is custom merch stalls. And this is actually something I suggested to Dennis a long time ago, and he showed interest in the idea. Now, this is a really smart idea for Dennis himself because this is like something that he could actually earn revenue from. And it's also a cool way for us players to be able to like decorate our rides and make custom gift shops for the ride. So pretty much like what we could do, we could have a store at the very end of a ride or something, and it would just be like a mannequin. It'd work like the same way a statue does. So we'll place that down. But then there could be like a thing on the side or something like here where it could say to buy the actual shirt that I'm wearing. This could be a really cool way for also the people who make these epic parks to make a little bit of Robux. But Dennis himself, if he were to implement this in the game, he would earn 15% commission on every sale. That's how Roblox works. It's how games like Please Donate and like all those sort of games actually make a lot of money. It's entirely based on that commission. I think an idea like that for Theme Park Tycoon would be genius, and I see so many rides doing this. Literally Dark Star, made by Stealth Dynamics, which you guys will be hearing a lot about coming the next few weeks. That roller coaster has like an elaborate gift shop with tons of different things that you can buy. I would love to see something like that added to Theme Park Tycoon too. But anyway, let's go on to the next thing I want in Theme Park Tycoon. Now guys, I'm gonna make it very clear here, I am not a Roblox developer, so I'm very uneducated when it comes to the platform. But how do I see all these different games with RTX level graphics on Roblox? I literally don't know. Like here, I'll put some up on screen. Like just this is Roblox here. Like the lighting looks crazy. I would die to see this lighting inside of Theme Park Tycoon 2. Like absolutely die. How could you imagine how pretty it would look? Oh my god. No, I don't think it's actually RTX or anything like that, but it definitely is way better than what's currently in Theme Park Tycoon 2. But remember, gamers, remember, this is what we used to have for like a long time, like what you're seeing now. This is with disabled shadows on. We pretty much had this for like 5 years. It does though look really well with 10 graphics, as you guys can see. The water looks pretty, all of that. But it's just, it doesn't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same. It'd be very cool to see some form of lighting upgrade. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know how Roblox actually works that well. I did have my time in Roblox game development, but like, I don't do it anymore, so I don't really know much about like the features that have been added to it. So I mean, if it's possible, that'd be really cool. I mean, otherwise these people are probably using shaders. I don't know. The next suggestion I have is something that is actually found at a lot of different parks, and it's a certain ride that I think is one of the best in the world. Now, one of my favorite dark rides ever is the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man at Universal Orlando, and that ride is crazy. Like, dude, there's a part where a guy throws a pumpkin fireball, and like you can feel the flames. It's so cool. I love that ride. But that ride system specifically, I would love to see added to Theme Park Tycoon. It's a very interesting ride system where it's not like a trackless dark ride where it's freely moving, but it's on a pivot base where the whole thing can move 360 degrees around. It's very, very cool. It keeps you so you're like directly pointed at like the show scenes and stuff. It's so cool, guys. It is so cool. I do have to say too, these things, they move way faster and they somewhat provide the same unpredictability as a trackless dark ride. Pretty much meaning you have the same thrills as a trackless dark ride, but it's even more out of control. Because that's how Spider-Man the ride feels every time I ride that. You can't tell me that ride isn't crazy when you're like going up a skyscraper. Like I would love to see that dark ride added to Theme Park Tycoon. Now another ride I would love to see added, someone specifically said the Intimate Single Rail, but I mean just a new single rail coaster. Now I think the very last roller coaster that's actually been updated that should get a brand new one is the single rail coaster. As you guys can see, this is a very old coaster. The restraints aren't good. It's not made with meshes. And the coaster also kind of glitches out a little bit if you do something too funky. Like here, let's just break the coaster real quick. See what I mean? Like you can see like different cutouts and ridges and stuff like right here. It's not that smooth, you know? You could definitely see that right here, like the geometry on it, it's not right. I think a brand new single rail coaster system would be pretty awesome. I think a brand new single rail coaster would definitely be something worth adding to the game. And since we just got the wing coaster, this is really the last roller coaster that actually could get updated. Because what other coasters are there? Junior Coaster's been updated, Wild Mouse, I guess. Yeah, literally all of these coasters have been updated here. So new single rail would be pretty cool. And it'd definitely be cool if those little things were fixed. So right now we are on our 7th thing that I want in Theme Park Tycoon, and this one is actually something I really hope can get added at some point, and I feel like it would take a lot of work to do, and it would probably also take Dennis to actually probably have to hire some people to get this done. But this is something we really do need. This is really the one thing that actually hasn't been updated, and I'm shocked it hasn't been yet. The sounds in this game are atrocious. They aren't good. Like, literally everything uses the exact same sound. Like, every ride, not even just roller coaster, every ride uses the same sound. It's this sound right here. Let's turn up our sound effects all the way. You hear that? That's on every ride. Every single one of them. I'm pretty sure there used to be a different sound for the rides and stuff. I think we did actually get a little bit of an upgrade when he added chain lift sounds. It really does need a refresh, because, you know, the single or the dive coaster shouldn't sound the same as a monorail. And we also shouldn't have flat rides that just make no sound. Like, this literally is weird, because this thing should be making piston sounds or something, but it's just eerily quiet. Now, Dennis is an amazing programmer, and I'm guessing he models all of these rides as well. So let's just also say he's an amazing modeler. But a sound designer is something completely different. So he would probably have to find someone to get that done. I mean, Planet Coaster, they actually went to real theme parks to record all of the audio for that game. And I mean, the audio for that game sounds very, very good. And they did the same thing when making Planet Zoo. But for sure, we definitely could use some new sounds for Theme Park Tycoon 2. Just, if you're gonna do any, just do the, like, rides. Not like the roller coasters and the monorails and all that. The rides are just so quiet, they're kind of scary, you know? Like, I mean, these rides in real life are so loud. Like, you hear... Like, that's what you hear when you're next to one of these in real life. And just in game, you hear in the monorail. Wait, this is what you hear. Peace and quiet. It's too quiet for me. It's too quiet. Now, guys, the next thing I want to be added to Theme Park Tycoon 2 is some more primitives. There are a lot of primitives that we are definitely lacking in the game. See, there's a lot of primitives we're lacking. Like, I wish there was more hollow primitives. See, these sort of primitives are cool here, but they, like, resize cubically. But it would be cool to have more of these. And we haven't really gotten new primitives in a while. Like, I think the last time we did was like early 2021. We could definitely use a few different types of shapes. I mean, hey, I'm not the advanced builder in the game. I'm not one of the crazy builders who build super advancedly, but this is definitely something I hear all the time that a lot of the builders really want. Just some new primitives. Listen, I'm kind of fine with them. They're all good, but this is what the builders want. So shout out to you guys. But to tie into that last thing, something I really, really would love to have is make these, like, primitives actually, like, in certain genres or something. Something like right here where we could select them and then, like, to go up and click. Like, for instance, all square primitives or all circle primitives or triangle ones. Because it's really annoying to have to hit hit Q to go all the way down the list to just find that one item you want to build with, you know? That definitely would be a big quality of life update. Like, I swear I do that all the time. And it's so frustrating. I know the builders out there could definitely relate to that one. But now, gamers, I have one final thing I want in Theme Park Tycoon for today's video. This one is called a tilt track, and it is very, very cool. Let me explain. So what a tilt track does is it'll actually flip the ride so it's facing upwards and then send you down on a different vertical track, or it doesn't have to be vertical, but a track that's descending. That sounds really complex, but if you've ever been on Gringotts, you know what I'm talking about. The track actually rotates upwards, right? So you're facing down towards the ground, and then it releases you onto a new track where you're dropping. They are terrifying, and I love them. Like, dude, the start on Gringotts is crazy. I love it. It is like just straight into the action. It's so cool. Something like that I could definitely see coming to the game since we just got drop tracks, and that is something that would probably be very easy to implement since the system's already there for that. All he has to do is, you know, animate it, make it, all that sort of stuff. But it would literally work like mechanically the same way as a drop track would in this game. But that would be freaking cool. I would love to see something like that added to Theme Park Tycoon 2. Anyway, though, I think this is gonna be where we wrap up today's video. This is the final things I want for 2022, and that is so sad. But I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.